Hi there, it's Danielle Hankinson today with your daily joy pill. Well, this one's a bit of a story, I think, actually. So, sometimes things come up in ourselves that aren't great. And for me, yesterday, anger, frustration, mainly anger, a judgment, bunch of stuff came up after going to the supermarket in my town and not being able to buy garlic. And a few other things, but it brought up some stuff where I was really just feeling in a shitstorm of negativity. And there's a couple ways. So now I'm actually on a walk, and there's my woods behind me. I like the light; it's kind of cool. And so what I've realized is, and I already know this in a sense, is that anger and judgment and things that came up in me are mine, and if they come up, then it's time for them to leave. So when we get feelings and things that aren't pleasant, or things we know, when they're coming up to the surface and we feel them in our physical body and in our mind, then it's showing us. It's like, hey, rah, 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 rah. And then you can choose, okay, I don't want to feel like this, so let's release it so that I can feel joy, love, abundance, and all that good stuff. So for me, as I'm walking in the woods, I'm focusing on whatever doesn't serve me and what's no longer needed or whatever can leave my body, my soul, my mind. And so that then joy, love, and abundance can come back in. What I found in the last day or so is I was definitely disconnected from myself, from my soul, and that made it easier for me to get into this judgy, angry state that's not my MO. It's just not. So the lesson is, if you're feeling shitty feelings, know that it's probably because you're not in your personal, emotional, pure self. You're in some other place of self, one other part of you, I guess, and it's time for it to heal and release. And when it does that, you can get back to feeling great again. The other thing too is whatever we see is what is. So for me yesterday, I was looking for things to prove a point that was in my mind, and I kept seeing it, and then that kept making me madder. So it validated what I wanted to be in this anger state. And so I saw things that made me angry, and then I kept seeing more things that made me angry. So it allowed me to stay in that state. So to switch it, which is not always easy, is to choose what state you'd rather be in and then look for what's going to give you that. So for me, going on a walk is kind of my head clearing space. And so actually on my walk to the woods, I saw this giant love heart drawn in the, what do you call it? Bitumen. I don't know what you call it in American. This love heart on the road. And it said something about, I believe that good things are coming. And straight away that shifted my mind. I'm like, yeah, I do think this most of the time. And it's instantly shifted me. So I was looking for other things to see that bring me back to joy. And that shifted my mind and started shifting me back into my normal self. So as I continue on my walk, I will continue looking for that and looking for the joy and things like that. So that's today's joy pill. It's kind of like whatever happens is what you are looking for. So try and look for what makes you feel good. Oh, one more thing. So the anger state that I got in on yesterday was through some social media groups and different things. So for when I get home, I'm going to turn off the notifications on these, because right now this part of me is easily triggered, and so it's going to flare up easily. So I need to calm it down and allow myself to do some personal healing and allow myself to get back to my normal state, and then I could go back and look in and I won't have that anger and aggression come up. So that's another cool thing to do, which I'm sure everybody knows. And if you don't know how, you can turn off notifications. That way you don't see something and you can go check on it later. All right. Hope you're all doing great as we get through this whole mind shift of the world. My mind is getting challenged daily, and I'm sure other people's are, but I do believe that there are good things coming, and in the end we'll all be great. So hope you're all doing great. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.